Hello, everyone, and today is Monday. We're excited to have you all with us, and we are going to start something new in this particular class. This is Art 1, so we're going to learn about how to draw our hands, and that's what you see behind me. We're going to do hands and ribbons, but this particular week, we're only going to draw, learning how to draw the hands first, and then next week, we're going to do the project that you see behind me. Where we're going to draw hands and ribbons. So I'm going to teach you how to do those to do that and go from there. Okay, so let's look at our project. I'm going to share my screen with you all. All right, so let's look at this particular project. So we're going to create a work of art that basically will focus on our hands and making sure that they're drawn accurately. Now if we look at this, you'll see that you're going to start out, you're going to draw your fingers. It says separately, but we're going to skip drawing our fingers separately. We're just going to jump right into the assignment 2, which is drawing our hands. So I'm just going to skip that. We're just going to go ahead and start with drawing our hands first in 5 different positions. Every day, you're going to draw your hand in a different position. You're going to look at your hand and draw it. I do not, repeat, want any tracing. I don't want you to lay your hand flat and trace it. No tracing, okay? You're going to draw your hands in different positions by looking at them. Do not trace it or you will get a low score. You need to draw your hands by looking at them. Every day you're going to have a different position that you're going to draw because we need all 5 of those hands for the project that you're going to do on next week. So we need to make sure we have at least 5 hands to cover the whole composition for your project, okay? Then on next week, I'm going to teach you how to draw ribbons and make sure that they're drawn accurately. So I'm just showing you pretty much how your project is going to go. But the first thing that we're going to do this week is you're going to start to draw your hands, and you're going to draw one hand every day in a different position, okay? By Friday, all 5 of your hands are due. So every day you're going to work on a hand and upload it for a grade. And then on Friday, by the end of Friday, you should have at least 5 hands that are done. Friday will be your 5th hand that you would draw, okay? Now, I know you all are wondering, well, how do I draw hands? How do I get this done? So I want you to watch this video on how to draw hands. It's really going to help you to be able to learn how to draw hands from life, okay? And it's really not a hard thing to do. You just got to make sure that you look at it and you draw what you see and try to draw it accurately. That's the main thing. You want to draw it from life and you want it to look as real as possible. So we're going to just break this down, and you got to think about your bone structure and all of that plays a part with it. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to let you watch this video, and that way you can kind of learn how to draw your hands. Okay, I'm going to share the computer screen with you, and we're going to go from there. Okay. All right, hit play. And remember, you're going to draw your hand, okay? All right, so you should be able to see that they are sketching the knuckles in certain parts. I'm just going to fast forward. So you see that there's certain bones that make up your hand right here. There are certain bone structures that you want to look at and how your hands and your knuckles curve. So you want to look at that when you draw it, and you kind of curve those in so that they'll be drawn accurately. Now you can see that he went through it, outlined certain parts of the hand here. You'd have to draw your veins in, and those are drawn lightly, as you can see. That's really important to make sure that they're drawn accurately. Think about how you want to shade your hands from dark to light. Make sure you shade them. I am looking for shading. So you see how he's shading in certain parts. So please try to do that to make sure that it's drawn correctly. So think about how you're going to shade certain areas. I'm going to fast forward. And I do have this video link in the description box so you can use it if needed, okay? But as you can see, you want to try to make sure that you practice, and that's what's going to make it perfect. So do not trace your hand. So the main thing you don't want to do is trace. You don't want to trace your hand, but you want to draw it from life. I have so many lines and wrinkles that actually make up my hand. So think about your bone, the bone structure also that you see right here that makes up your knuckles and your hands and your veins. You want to draw those things. You want to see all of that. I want to make sure that every hand that you draw has shading on it this week. Do not just draw it and do a contour line and there's no shading. Contour lines take the shape of whatever object that you draw. So you want to shade from dark to light. That's really important. So please think about that when you do your project. Okay? All right, so what I want to do is just to make sure that you all understand. Go ahead and draw you're going to draw your hands. You're going to draw a hand each day in a different position using shading. So that is what is due today. You're going to draw your hand in a position using shading. Okay. Make sure you do not trace so you won't lose points. Okay. Thank you so much. I'm looking forward to seeing these today.